What's up, everyone? I'm Yasmin Woodland and welcome back to my channel. So I know a lot of you all have been asking about this Lowrys podcast situation. Now, if y'all didn't notice, for quite some time, Lowrys has not been actually doing her podcast or posting anything recently with her co-host Lindsay Chrisley. Now, a lot of people are like, what's going on? I know Kel has hinted at money issues, financial issues, and everything like that. So they actually just put out a source pretty much stating that the podcast is still in a hiatus due to a legal battle. So I know this is a lot of words and a lot of verbiage here, but I'm just going to sum it up for you all. So as you all know, Lowrys and Lindsay Chrisley have a podcast called Coffee Convos. Now, I know Lindsay and Kel has been hinting that it's been actually financial issues as to why they have not been posting lately, but they didn't go into grave details. So they actually stated that the Wave Podcast Network, which the Coffee Convos is a part of them, has actually filed a trademark for the Coffee Convos podcast. Now, the owner of the Wave Podcast Network is Adam Butler, and his wife is Susie, I'm probably going to butcher this, but Mestier. And pretty much that trademark will give him full ownership of the Coffee Convos podcast name. So that is actually posing a lot of issues here because, as we all know, Lowrys had created that podcast, by herself. That's her. So when you have the owner of the entire Wave network trying to file a trademark to own your podcast, then obviously there's going to be some sort of legal battle there. So I was scrolling, further down this article that they actually had posted just to get some more information. And the article was actually stating that Kel and Lindsay are the rightful owners of the podcast, which makes the fact that someone else had filed for their name, it makes it extremely strange. So that obviously that can't happen. You can't have someone trying to pretty much take what you and your co-host had actually created. So it states that the online records on November 12, 2019 is in opposition was filed against the company who initially filed that trademark. Just 6 days later, another trademark filing for Coffee Convos was actually submitted by Lowrys LLC, which tells us that it was likely and or Lindsay and their legal teams who actually filed the opposition on November 12th. So pretty much that Wave Podcast Network filed a trademark to own it, and Lindsay and Lowrys had filed a opposition pretty much saying no, we are in opposition of this. You can't take our trademark. You can't take our Coffee Convos podcast name. So that is pretty much what it's stating in a nutshell. So it stated that was filed and everything like that. And it states that it's possible that they weren't even aware that someone had even filed to trademark their podcast name and stuff like that. And that's why you have to have everything trademarked. You just have to. But I'm going to get into my final thoughts later. So on this article, on and on, it states that it appears that Kel and Co may have won the trademark battle because on January 13th, the trademark that was actually filed by Wave Podcast was actually not even listed as live. So Lowrys podcast trademark list is actually listed as live as of January. So if you go research it says it's live. So it looks like she may have won. So they said it was just this entire trademark battle. And then it states that Lindsay had actually promised her followers that they will be given more insight onto the Coffee Convos legal battle. And they stated that they were very aware that the listeners were upset because, a lot of people enjoy her podcast. I've listened here and there, not so much recently, but she does have good topics and stuff. And I love Lowrys because she's so raw. She doesn't care. She says what's on her mind and that's it. And that's how I am with my Patreon page. I can just kind of say what I want and that's it. So that is what's been going on in this entire legal battle. And all I have to say is this. If you are creating something with someone or if you are just creating something yourself, you need to absolutely have it trademarked, have it patented, if it fits and everything like that. Lowrys and these other teen moms make so much money and have made so much money. It's why in the heck didn't you have this trademark, Kel? Why didn't you already have this done? And I don't know, just like Janelle Evans, she didn't even have her trademark for JE Cosmetics. She didn't have anything legal on paper for her cosmetics line. And a lot of trolls who just didn't like her when this entire David Easton dog situation was happening actually purchased the domain to her website and tried to trademark it and everything like that just to spite her. So if you are a business-oriented individual, you need to have everything in order legally. So if anyone tries to take anything that you have created, you can just go ahead and get your lawyer involved and say, all right, I'll see you in court. So this could have all been avoided, in my opinion, had they just had their ducks in a row. So this is crazy news, everybody. I will definitely update you all on this entire situation whenever their podcast is back on air. I'm Yasmin Willen. If you enjoy my commentary, then hit that subscribe button and let me know that you're new in my comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, and then until next time, see ya.